All right, welcome back to Rivals on the Pitch podcast. Glad to have you back. We have a full squad here today, and we're going to be going over the last few games left in the Premier League, match day 32 of 38, and we'll see where we're at. We have teams fighting for the title, we have teams fighting for Europe, and we have teams fighting for their life. So lots to cover. We have new management and a lot more to cover going into the summer. So let's see how it all plays out. I'm Pat.
I'm Randy.
And I'm Alan.
All right.
He's fighting for his life too right now. Mentally, he's fighting. He doesn't even know where he's at.
Nah, I've accepted fate, regardless of what it is.
Fate?
And the faith is named is Zerbi.
It's they came out with like their training video and like behind the scenes, and you see him like
a fucking Rocky montage. It pumps you up.
I mean, they always do it, but this
music.
time they always do one usually, just to kind of interact with the supporters. But this time it felt a little bit more focused on the Zerbi, which is probably a tactic. Yeah. But you see him like kind of going in there, talking tactics and not yelling, but like being motivated and calling out Archie, and talking to Lucas Bergvall, and you get a little sense of like, okay, what's being what's
He's
being
a real
done here?
coach.
Is there something's cooking? Yeah. Well, I won't say a real coach, because you look at his track record. I mean, Ange has won more stuff than he has.
Yeah.
He is sort of on the younger side of coaching career, but people do talk highly about his tactics. And, last episode, I kind of mentioned that my biggest gripe and complaint was just how the whole
Mason
Greenwood stuff, his comments, and, it's kind of like.
He must have heard the show, though, because he came out with a little something.
He did. I think that's something that the fans were crying out for, and I think the club knew that they had to address it, and it's probably best to address it sooner than later, so that it doesn't feel so forced. I guess if you say it now, it's like, okay, hey, I'm on. Let's talk about it. Let's clear the air. That way, you can't say I haven't tried. He kind of said he's sorry for how things kind of came out, which is, I guess, it's not the best way of saying sorry. It's like, hey, sorry that you're
sorry
offended.
You got offended. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Gaslighting
kind of a
us.
start. Exactly, right? Sorry, you took it the wrong way. No. But he did address it in Italian. I think that was more of like a tactical. He's already tactically trying to,
I know.
win this over. So
should we hate him for that? Because when Arteta does tactical mastermind, everyone's like, oh, he's cheating.
Once he brings up a rabbit and the what is it? The rabbit and the what? The duck?
A duck? Yeah. What is this? Disney?
I'm sorry you see the duck. I was talking about the rabbit. No, but he did somewhat address it. I think that's a start.
And we'll see the start this weekend. Ooh, a different start.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not fully on board yet, but
it's one of those. Can't even get behind your team, behind your coach.
I can get behind the team.
He's already thinking on the fourth coach. Here's the last episode. He's like, let him get sacked so we can get someone in the summer. Forget the millions that we paid him.
Exactly. Hey, if he can keep us in, then it's the price we pay. But
listen,
I'm not that easy. All right.
Oh, really?
Get those 3 points to Sunderland.
We know you since high school.
Then maybe,
That's a different podcast right there.
We have to ask the actual question, though. We have to ask the question because you may have had your picks. I'm sorry, Sedan is not available. Sorry, Pep Guardiola still has one more year on his contract. So we know it's not your first pick, but the question is, because you guys pressure me, is Arsenal going to win the title? You want me to get a yes or no? So the question is, Is De Zerbi going to save Tottenham from going down?
I'll answer that for you.
I don't think De Zerbi's going to keep us safe. I think it's going to be a combination of the team will keep us safe. I won't put the whole, well, I don't want a long-winded answer to this question, or, well, that came out backwards. I don't even know what I said, but I think, I think Tottenham survive.
Okay.
You don't care how? Yeah, but I was thinking the same thing. I don't think De Zerbi is going to be the reason they stay up. I think it's going to be on the other teams. They
haven't won a game this year so far in the Premier League. So if he wins the next game, how are you guys not giving him credit for that though?
Okay, so let me rephrase that, I guess. It might be more of the motivation factor. I don't think he's here to implement his system just yet. I think within 7 days, I think not even 7 to 9 days from being hired to players returning from international break, I don't think that's enough time to fully implement your play style. Plus, it's only 7 games. I think it's more of a how can we get results now. So I think a lot of that falls. Yeah, and these are professional footballers. Like, they're not scrubs, Well, maybe some of them probably are because we're this low on the table, but they're, at the end of the day, they're professionals. They're World Cup winners. You have other players that played in top leagues, top teams. So it's not like they can't play. So it's just a matter of someone corralling them in and motivating them and pushing them to play harder on the field. And I think also it helps that we're kind of reverting back to that Ange style of play. So some of that muscle memory might come back, maybe we go back. I
remember
that
muscle memory was mostly in the medical
hamstrings.
There you go.
But so I will give him his credit if we start winning, But like I said, I don't think it's the Zerbi that we'll see next season in the Premier League.
Okay, so you think he'll do what he needs to do?
Yeah. I think so.
All right.
Yeah, he can't do like you said. He can't implement his style right now. It's too late for that. Let's just like Michael Carrick, do the simple things.
Exactly.
Stop conceding goals, and then maybe get a goal or two, and then just try to survive. And then after that, when he has a full season and he gets Mason Greenwood into the Spurs team, then he can implement his. Then he can implement the De Zerbi tactics.
Oh gosh.
To solve that problem.
Prison FC. Yeah.
There you go. Who else? Get Joey Barton out of retirement and had him as an assistant coach. Why not?
Yeah.
Now you got the legend right there.
That's one thing I do like. That scares me. I don't think we will sign Greenwood. I think, especially the ruckus that was created by signing De Zerbi, just imagine how much worse it's going to be, how vocal the fans will be if we even were rumored, to Mason Greenwood or, hey, we offered something. I think that would not go well.
I honestly don't understand what the big deal is about signing him. I mean, you guys are about to go down. Like, how do you get? I understand that, the organization, the club as a whole, has been kind of
Greenwood?
Screwing you guys. No, De Zerbi.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Greenwood. Let him finish. Then again, he was the one who defended Party, so you go.
Nah.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, I just feel like right now, I feel like that's a pretty good choice. I mean, you guys have some young players. He's known for developing young players.
Someone was listening to the last episode because that's what I was saying.
Exactly. I mean, it's almost fact at this point. I mean, look at he was the one who coached Michaela Mudryk over in Shakhtar Donetsk. I feel like it was where he was at. Yeah. So I know that didn't turn out well, but that was just personal reasons.
McAllister, all those players. Even what was the other one? Trossard. All those brilliant players. He was the one who
48.
got him into those big teams.
So
I think it was after.
But what's the other one that's at Tottenham now too? Basuma.
I don't think. Well, maybe he might have been there in the beginning.
Because he was assistant coach too for a while, wasn't he?
No.
At Brighton to Potter. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think he
Oh.
was.
I don't think he was.
He came on
I
his own
think
from
he
another
left
place.
Shakhtar after the war kicked off. Because he had, I think the league, or they had to. I mean, that's kind of how we got one of our wingers, Maynor. But I think he fully went on board
Okay.
after Graham Potter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he had
Yeah.
an association with Potter at all. I think he was on his own.
So I won't say it's, I think, like I said last episode, was one, it's you offered him an insane amount of money for 5 years when I think he isn't a 5-year coach. I mean, you look at his track record, he hasn't been somewhere more than 2 years, right? Sure, he's a little vocal with, but that's something that we might need. We might need someone to be vocal until the higher ups, hey, this you need to change. Conte tried doing it, but maybe after so many people talking about it being in the public eye, like when Zerbi probably says it, they should listen. But he can be explosive in training. He can be explosive to some of these players, and that could be a toxic trait. I've seen some in different sports in some of the other teams I follow. We had explosive coaching where they ruined their relationship with players and other staff members, and that kind of created a toxic environment. And I don't think that was good for anybody. So that's another reason. And then obviously,
That's what
to
happened
me,
with Trossard, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. He wanted to leave, right?
Trossard. Well, yeah, he had scored a hat trick against Liverpool, wanted more playing time. The Zerbi was like, kind of like, you don't deserve it. You need to earn it every time. And Trossard was like, so then he wasn't getting played at all. And then it was like a whole thing where it was like, whose ego is bigger. So, yeah, I mean, I get that.
And then obviously the moral stuff, like I'd rather be a club based off of value and not not give up those values just so that we can stay in the Prem or win trophies or win games. To me, I'd rather enjoy the football. Like if we're not going to win stuff, like at least hold on to some of your values and morals. But like I said, what he did wasn't, I don't want to say it's not the worst, right? It's not like he's the one that committed the stuff.
Yeah, the acts.
Yeah, he just commented. Someone asked him, and he probably just made some comments, right? So, like I said, it's stuff that you can talk about.
Yeah.
Apologize or just clear the air. So that was the issue, right? I think there's people that rather just, hey, if it means going down and sticking to our guns and what we believe in, then that's fine.
We'll see if you
That's
stick
just
with.
me.
We'll stick with him on what I think it's Sunday is when you guys play.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he came out, he talked about it, so we're heading in the right direction.
It's only one direction.
3 points.
Yeah,
Sunday.
there's only one direction to
3
go.
points.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. So who would have been your first pick? Because like I said, sometimes I feel like people say that plays at the World Cup and like it's too late to get him now. I mean, maybe they could have waited, but well, I guess the reason why I'm asking is because if people say that like Arsenal fans are entitled, like why does Tottenham feel like they deserve so much? Like, you know what I mean? Like who are you expecting to come in?
We don't have to. We don't expect it. We just pay for it. That's
Okay.
what everybody else does, right? We're not saying, I feel so. You have to join Tottenham. We're a big club. How can you reject us? No, it's more like, hey, we offer the Zerbi a lot of money. Did we offer anybody else a lot of money? Like, Jai Alonso, you want to be the CEO type manager? I would have taken him. You put all that money in front of him.
Yeah.
I would have believed him for the 5 years that he took. That contract was a 5-year contract. I would have been more invested in Jai Alonso fulfilling that contract, not only fulfilling it, but making changes. Look what he did with Bayern Leverkusen. And so he has done it before, and that league is a one-team league. Like I hate to say it, but Bayern Munich,
and he went the invincible route on it.
Exactly, and
went 2 titles.
He went Europa. I mean, he lost to Atalanta, right?
Yeah, but at the final.
You basically were, you competed on 2 different levels, and so to me, that's and what he wanted to do with Real Madrid. It's how he was thinking about the future of it. Like to me, that's a CEO. Like if you want to offer someone that much money and that that big of a contract, he would have been it. Even if you paid him a little bit more, I would have been fine with it. Um, and he's not in the World Cup. When you think about Pochettino, sure, it's a little bit of a fairy tale type signing. Like hey, we're back at it. Maybe this time is going to be different. But like you said, it's the World Cup. The World Cup comes and goes. And what are we in July? When he comes on board, what are we doing in the transfer window until then? It's going to be not panic, but it's going to be scrambling to communicate with him. Hey, what do you want?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with Nagelsmann with the German team. Luis Enrique was another one that I would have taken, but he's extending in PSG, and obviously, like we do have the track record of being Tottenham. So,
how about Simeone?
I mean, he's defensive minded, so you will at least be on that.
No, I don't want that though. That's the only thing.
I know that's just like Conte again,
exactly
sort of, in a way.
But apparently he's switching his tactics. He
a little bit. Yeah, what's the field a little more.
All right.
He does counter pressing a little bit. It really depends because they do that against big teams, but not in the Spanish league. You can only do that with so many. You do it against Barca or against Madrid, and then the rest of the teams sit back on them. You know what I mean? They come out to play.
But this is a different league. There's a lot more, fair ground. A lot more these teams are a little more competitive. So he would have to
he would
tactics,
be able to,
or he would still play the defensive route with counterattacking throughout the whole league. But at that point, whatever. I mean, he does get you in the. He's won it against Barcelona and Real Madrid. He's been a consistent top 3, top 4. So he can do it against the best teams.
Yeah.
So I mean, but then again, he had how many years to do that?
Exactly.
Can you afford to do that with Spurs?
Maybe, I hope so. So that's one thing I do like. I really like that. I mean, not that it happened like this and the way it happened, but offering a 5-year contract. You look at the more successful teams in the Premier League right now. You look at their managers, aside from like Slot, but like Jurgen Klopp, right? He was there for how many years? Arteta's been there for how many years? Pep has been there for how many years? These are long-term managers. And when you think about the teams that have been on the top of the table, they all have what's common thing is they all had long-term managers. So I think that's what we do need to do, stay consistent. And so that's another reason why I'm like, you offered Zerbi this, but was it the right choice? And who knows? Maybe he changes. Maybe he says, you know what? I found my home. They're willing to pay, they have the money to pay for the players that I want. I can settle here for a little bit and create something. And so maybe we
would you have been happier with the 3-year instead of a 5?
For him, yeah. But if it was anybody else that I could see building an organization, a franchise, I would have been fine with a 5. Like I said, with Luis Enrique, with Xabi Alonso, Pochettino. I don't know about Nagelsmann. He kind of is in and out too. But we shall see.
That's what I was saying.
We got a few steps
season 3, right? Season 3.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like where I was coming from. Is like I feel like to get a big coach, there has to be like a project in place, and I feel like right now you have like nothing. Like whoever comes in has to kind of do the work to start a project from scratch. It can be exciting, but only for like a newer coach. You know what I mean? Not someone who's been kind of proven already. And I feel like that kind of takes the Xavi out of the question. That takes Nagelsmann out of the question. You know what I mean?
But the money's
they've already
there.
done it. They don't need to start something new. You know what I mean?
Now they want to go play. But this is a different league.
But a clean slate.
Yeah, but I feel like they want to go now to places where they can go and challenge first year.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was getting at. Not that because the money talks. At the end, you could get whoever you can afford. Yeah. So I'm not saying like, oh, I just feel like that's at the point that where Tottenham is right now. That's a lot of work, and I feel like only someone who's kind of newer might be, feeling like I could do this. Yeah, where Xabi Alonso was like, I'm not gonna spend 5 years here. You know what I mean? I that's just the way I see it. But
yeah,
I just think the Zerbi works. I don't get it. I think he's a good fit for Tottenham right now.
It's not the
I
tactics. It's
agree.
not the tactics. I think when you look at what he does and how he views football, I think there's a lot to like, and so I'm not against the tactics. Like I said, even some of the
You're
being
just against the
outspoken
man.
parts, the character, it's something in question. That's it.
Okay.
But people can
I
change.
just-
I mean,
What about that
that's the
Brentford
thing.
Mark Andrews? What about him? Well, maybe we'll take him.
No.
Well, I think the Zerbi does have a personality, but I feel like he might be the right person to put players in their place.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they need a little tough love. I don't see Thomas Frank doing any of that. I mean, Igor Tudor might have been a step up, but I think De Zerbi is going to be that type of person who's going to, demand a lot from these players, and that comes with a louder voice, and that's what sometimes need, especially right now.
Then you take
We
him.
haven't done
then
it.
you take him.
Yeah, Liverpool. I need a coach.
I think he was.
Yeah.
One on the short list
Yeah.
beforehand. I would have been fine with them, but we got someone better coming. I mean, now with the whole.
No,
we
he
got-
he said it
wait,
already.
no
No, he
way,
said it
hey.
already.
Look,
He
last
said it.
season, last
but-
episode, you're like,
No,
he's
wait,
my
but this is
manager.
different right now. This sucks
No,
because now
no.
it's officially we get the Prem already has the 5th Champions League spot, so that basically almost saves Slot, saves
You
his
haven't won it yet.
save his job. Yeah, but we're trying to get into 4th. Now we're already in 5th. It's a little more easier for him to get a Champions League, and now
You're
that sort of
welcome.
takes away from Xabi Alonso.
You're welcome.
That's
we're gonna
right, 'cause you
we're
guys-
gonna get into 4th anyways.
That's because
but-
you guys don't have any FA football to play. That's right.
Oh, what do you have to play for? Nothing for the longest time.
For our lives.
There you go. Yeah, but we'll see. A lot of rumors about Slot, but we'll see.
Because you were I wouldn't get rid of him. If he gets the Champions League,
I know. I
he
wouldn't.
stays.
I've.
But you kind of.
I still think. I
But
still
you-
think he deserves to stay.
Yeah.
I was just
If they
saying
get-
because what sets it what the parameter for now is getting into Champions League, and we've been struggling to get into 4th. We've had chances where other teams have failed. We had the chances to make up ground, and we didn't. But now, since we have the 5th spot for Champions League and we're already in 5th, it seems a little more doable, a higher percentage of getting into Champions League, which is going to save his career. But again, it all goes with the showing we're going to do against PSG tomorrow, which
Also,
I'm not looking after that beating we took from Man City. I don't think it's going to be a good showing, but there's 7 games and it's how you end the season. And I just think we're not ending the season on a high, but even if we do
Let
get
me-
5th spot for Champions League, it's still
let
not
me get this straight.
convincing.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
What?
Tottenham won the Europa League and we went to Champions League and everybody's like, you don't deserve to be here. You get gifted the 5th
They
spot.
gifted.
And now all of a sudden,
You're
we
welcome.
made it to Champions League. Oh, how is this a
I'm
different
saying we're
tone
getting
there?
into 4th.
Huh.
We're getting into 4th. We're not getting
no,
into
you're
5th
like,
position.
well,
We're
now
getting
that
in
we have
4th.
the 5th spot. We got 5th spot handed to us. I didn't know we did
That's big.
handouts. We getting handouts here in the Premier League. I didn't know that.
Oh.
What the heck?
Well, you're going to get a handout when Man City gets relegated because of their charges, so that saves you from relegation. So that's a handout.
And then
If I
and they
called
hand
one, if,
Arsenal the trophy. Asterisk.
What?
Yeah.
We're already first. If we were second, I would say, yeah, that was.
No, well, the race is over by default. So asterisk.
We'll see. We'll see. Because even with the points deduction, I feel like you still would have beat them with it or without it. But I don't care at this point. How would they go down? Just
I really don't think they'll get deducted.
Nah, it's too much. It'll be too much. I feel
It
like
would
that
be-
was like a little rumor that ended up growing into more and more.
Yeah.
The whole
Or
60
somebody
point
was
thing.
like, imagine, and then it just
Yeah.
kind of.
No.
I just think,
That's
like I
five-star
said, I don't think
rumors.
the yeah, right. The Premier
60's
League,
not
I don't
enough
think will allow
anyways.
it to happen because the Premier League is like we make money off of this.
Yeah.
Manchester City is is one of the biggest teams, one of the bigger teams in the U.S. They're buying our
Yeah.
merch. I think it's one of those business decisions that I feel like they'll be like, no, don't.
But then the whole business aspect will be Everton and Chelsea. They're gonna sue the Prem because they're saying, how come we got deducted these points
they'll
for
find a way
one
to
charge? I know, but it's just going to be a bad look. There's going to be so much turmoil and there's going to be so much negativity. Be saying, so we got deducted 10 points for one thing, and then you have Man City who has 115 charges, and they get to stay and keep everything. Come on.
Well, Chelsea
it's just a bad look.
I think they turned themselves in.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, hey, we could have taken away your trophies. But so Chelsea's probably like, well, we can't really say anything because they'll probably turn around and make it worse for us. But
yeah,
we'll see. That's still waiting to be seen.
I mean, it's not like they're getting deducted. It's not like it would affect them this season.
What, City?
No, Chelsea.
But Chelsea, yeah, true.
Because they're getting a ban on like transfers, I think it was.
Yeah, transfers.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough on them because that's how they do business.
Yeah, but they should be able to recall loans.
People for 8 years, so that's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see where Tottenham end up. See where their luck lands though. But I think the Zerbi was the right one.
Yeah.
Should have been sooner though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't even want to come.
Should have been him instead of Igor.
He didn't want to come before the season, and they had to like throw the money at him.
Oh yeah, he was waiting for he was waiting for the summer. He didn't want to do this. Yeah, at the very end.
Which the real reason it's got to be he wanted to wait to see if they stayed up, I guess, because it's not like he was.
I think he
supposedly
he called Manchester United and he's like, "Hey, is the vacancy still open?" Supposedly, and he's like, "No." All right, I guess Spurs is the next best thing.
I don't think he would have been a good fit at United.
No?
I feel like United's not
the prospects that Tottenham have. I feel like
they have.
I
don't think he would have been fit.
And then the 2 Arsenal players that they bought.
I just don't think the ownership wanted that type of. It's kind of like Chelsea. Chelsea was kind of went with. They let Enzo Maresca go, and they brought in Liam Rosenior. More of like a quiet, hey, this is what you're gonna do. He's like, okay, and then at Manchester United, you got Michael Carrick, who's probably just, hey, I'm just happy to be here. Because Ruben Emery, he was trying to.
Was outspoken.
Emery, who did I say?
Emery?
Who's that?
It's Unai Emery.
Aston Villa.
Hey, they're one now. But like, I don't think they want that type of manager where because I don't think the Zerbi would be happy if they're like, hey, this is who you're getting. And he's like, well, this is my system. How give me the players I want.
It's like,
I feel like United's going towards that. United's going towards that. We make the decisions. We need a manager that follows our rules.
Yeah. But I guess we'll see. We'll see if this brings change for Tottenham too. I know that when you guys picked up that Arsenal guy, Vinay, man, when he was there, this is the players who were getting David Luiz, Willian, Socrates.
People are calling for him to leave, which I wouldn't care. I would if he left. Oh, so cool. I did see a shift in how the supporters were treated in a positive way, and like it was kind of nice. Now it's kind of like, okay, what's going on now with the decision makings and no decisions being made, and it's questionable. So yeah, I was like, he can go. He can take his sporting director too. You guys can go. We'll handle it.
At the end of the day, are you happy with what you're seeing from Spurs? At least, doing some effort, spending cash. If you do spend all that cash on a coach, you're thinking, all right, they're going to spend that type of cash on players then,
Hopefully.
In a way. So it's sort of looking on the bright side a little bit, just seeing, even though you're not a fan of the Zerbi yet, but you saw, okay, we got him a 5-year contract. You can see that's already going away from what Levy was used to. So, sort of looking like we might have a chance in a transfer window. I think the Zerbi is someone who might attract attention and players. And now since you're changing your wage structure, it could also be because, like we said, money talks. And if you do stay and with the potential of what Zerbi can do, I feel it could be an attractive football they can be playing. And that's something people would be drawn to.
Watch them not buy anybody in the semi. Like, look how much money we spent to get you top coach.
Right.
Come on. Come on now.
A lot
Oh.
of academy players moving up.
We paid you so much, you buy the players.
Yeah.
If he gave you the
No,
money,
then
what do
he's
you
gonna
mean?
bring Mason
What'd you
Greenwood
do
for
with it?
sure. There you go.
What did you
Right.
do with it?
He's gonna bring a Bamier back.
There's rumors of that.
Let's if we stay on the topic, just because we're coming back to the Premier League now. Match day 32 of 38. We got six games left.
Oh,
7.
my God.
7.
Yeah, 7
So
games.
all right. So now let's move to Arne Slot, and now we get to have our opinions on this one.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, have your opinions. That's what you're doing, Mr.
Listen.
International Week.
listen, I want to talk about Mo Salah too. My man had a chance to
know.
leave on his best season ever as a legend.
Yeah.
And now he's choosing
He's
to
already a
leave
legend.
when Liverpool probably need him most, and when he's having his worst season ever, and he's like, "Nah, we're good. Nah, we can leave now." After he basically cried all summer to get a new contract with more money. I mean, right?
It was all winter. Because he got it
Oh
in
yeah,
the winter. of
yeah,
last
that's
season.
right. He was
Right?
crying. He's like, "No," he's like, "I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave."
They
And
don't
everyone's
want
like,
me
"Yeah,
here.
yeah."
Oh my God.
They
Are you
want me
getting
out.
confused with the Bamier and Arteta? That sounds more like that.
I mean, that too.
But I mean, whatever. You could sort of see it coming beginning of this season with being dropped, and then he wasn't performing, and then the little what's it called quote he said about they're throwing me under the bus and then being benched and stuff like that. I just think overall we knew our Salah was going to stay for 2 years based on the contract. And when you see that, you have to sort of start your progression into life without him. So I guess that's what we were trying to do it this season while trying to keep him on the team. But what can I say? It's just it hasn't panned out. We thought, but then again, maybe it's age or just tactics or whatever it is. Then the team hasn't meshed as it used to be last season, because last season you had players who were playing there. They weren't fresh faces. So you had that chemistry from those players that you were playing for years now, and now you have a new setup, new formation. They're going supposedly Arne Slot's going to go to a 4-2-2-2. And that's going to be so much different, and that doesn't suit Salah. So of course you're going to have to be dropped in form a little bit because you're not getting the ball as you used to. But I just think if he would have kept his form, I think he would have probably stayed. But you had that little outburst with Slot. We don't know what behind the scenes. Slot says the right things. He's a legend and everything, and I think Mo Salah has every right to choose what he wants. It didn't go out. If this is how it went into his first season, first year of his new contract, how is it going to look in the second season? He's going to be playing less. So I think he's just saving himself from being benched and, trying to find somewhere else where he can play more frequently.
Do you think Arne Slot has a role in his form this season?
I think so. I was just going to ask that. I feel like
I think he does. It's when Mo Salah was there, who was giving him the passes? It was Trent, who's on the right side. They had a wonderful connection. Now you don't know who you're playing on the right with. You play with a different formation. Now you're trying to play with Florian Wirtz, who is going to be the game is going to be played through him, and he's going to be the one facilitating. So it's just different. And then of course you got Cody Gakpo, you have Ekatike, and all these other players. So it's no longer just Mo Salah. But then again, Mo Salah had Luis Diaz, but who wasn't at his best as well. But I just think he had more attacking options. So that takes away from Mo Salah. And of course, when you have more options, you're not going to get the ball as much. Your assists are going to falter. And, goals aren't going to be coming as consistent. And I also think, it maybe, he's he's on the wrong side of 30, maybe a little bit caught up to him. Maybe it's demanding too much, but
You were talking about how much of a specimen he was last season.
he is.
Yeah.
He is. He still played. He still played. And he went to AFCON. He's doing all this. I just think it's. I would say it's like almost a changing of the guard. They're trying to do,
but he doesn't
like
want
you said,
that.
Arne Slot's team. Yeah, he doesn't want that. But Arne Slot is who's in charge. He's got the players, and now this is, like I said, we're trying to prepare life without Mo Salah. It's no longer Mo Salah, Mane, and Firmino. It's Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, and what's it called? Isak. They're going to be the main three now. So you got to look into that. You can't build your future on someone who's only going to be here for a year or two. You have to look at the people that are going to be here for the longer term. So that's what I think.
Do you mean that by Slot, or do you mean that by Mo Salah?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So does that mean that Slot, they're planning to stick with him if they're going to make him make these decisions? That means that they're planning to,
I think so. Like, even I was watching
even if he misses
Steven
Champions
Gerrard
League.
showed up, missing Champions League. That's why there's rumors that I was hearing about they might do like a mutual agreement, or if he gets a nice compensation package or whatever, he might mutually decide to leave so they can bring in Xabi Alonso.
Wow, they still have more money, Liverpool, after the summer?
They have more money.
See, but like, look at that statement, right? Real quick, look at that statement. If he gets Champions League, he gets to stay, right? But I don't think it's as black and white as if he gets Champions League. Like, I wouldn't judge it just off if you land on the spot because you get an extra slot.
But we're getting
is that the same as
I know?
Is that
I understand.
Is that the same as earning a spot in third or fourth, like winning your way into it, or rather than landing it?
Because people are saying like, right? I know. People are saying with Arteta, like, even if he wins like the Premier League this season, people are saying he should part ways with Arsenal, and that's if he wins the Premier League. So now that they're saying,
who's saying that? Like Arsenal?
People on both sides, they're saying like, Arteta, the football is just not there, even though this has been our probably most successful season under him, and when you take account how far we've gone in all competitions. But so that's what I'm saying. It's like it's. Well, where's the line, like, for Arne Slot? Like, where is are you not? Do you not feel that you should part with him even if he does make Champions League based on the performance that he had this season? Like, is that good enough? What if he repeats it next season?
But that's why
Xavi gets hired somewhere else.
This is why I've like I was going back to what like Gerrard said on the overlap. He's like, the what they decided was Champions League or bust. Yes, if we get Champions League, but like I said, I would love to earn it. And the way it is, we already have 10 losses this season. That is more than we ever had under Jurgen Klopp. That's horrible. And the fact that we're still in fifth, I just think, if you get Champions League because of the fifth spot, okay, you made you made the quota, you made the the demand that was made of you. But when you look at all the details of how it was, you got there. We got there because we got the fifth spot, not because you were dominant. You've won these last 6 games to earn that position. It was basically like whatever, a handout. And that aspect, I wouldn't. That's why I feel like we should get, if we get into fourth place, I feel that is earned, because that is originally what it is. Fourth. The top 4 get into Champions League. But if you get into the fifth spot, which is, like the handout, then I don't feel that is justified for him to stay. But like Gerrard said, and even like I said, this is his mess. I would try to let him fix it. But at this point, you only have to like October, November to see improvements. And if I don't see improvements, that's when you get, Xabi. That's enough time for him to stick around. Hopefully, then you give them the November window. I mean, you give them November, December, and then the little transfer window in the winter to do something. But I feel like that's how it should play out. You gave him your extension. He got into Champions League technically if he gets into fifth place, but you give him the chance to try and fix the mistakes. Yes, Isak has been out. Yes, the team didn't gel in the beginning as we hoped. Mo Salah's gone, so now you have a different thing going on. Let him try to see if he can manage and make this thing better than it was before. But if we keep going off how we ended the season, conceding in the last minute, losses, not playing attractive football, then at that point I'll be like, thank you for your service, and that's it. But I do agree. I do think he should stay and at least start the next season. But
Okay.
we're not gonna give him that much time.
Okay.
He's earned it.
So
I mean,
we'll see if he gets
you
as
win
much money
you
this
win it.
time. Because you
I don't
guys
think
need
he's
a
gonna get that much
defender.
money.
We'll see if Konate even stays, right?
I know that's the thing too.
Because need
Konate's
coverage on the right
leaving.
wing. Frimpong has been injured a lot of the season.
Andy Robertson is supposedly leaving.
Yeah, I mean, he's up in there. So
yeah,
you
we'll
guys
see
have
what
a
happens.
lot of spots to be
And
filled, and you already spent a lot of
Allison
money.
is injured already. So now it's Marmor who's starting.
I thought he was towards the end of his career, not his career, but his towards the end of the time is in Liverpool. With Liverpool.
We extended his contract a year. I think we had the option to extend it for a year or let him walk, and we decided to extend it for another year. So he's staying. But looking at his track record now, his injury list, he's
it kind
he's
of
still a great
reminds me of
goalkeeper, but he's just not available as much because he's getting
Kinda
injured.
reminds
And
me
I
of,
don't know how goalkeepers get injured, hamstrings and all these things that he's getting. So I think maybe his body isn't up to the demands that is needed to be at the top of this game. But
kind of reminds me of Ederson with Man City.
Yeah.
How it was kind of prolonged where it's like he's leaving. Oh no, he's staying, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, you're gone.
Yeah.
Allison does have a brother who's also a goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure plays in Brazil. Look almost identical.
That guy on Instagram keeps popping up, the bald guy that with the Virgil. He talks.
Oh yeah, the accent.
What's his name? Yeah, and he does the Mike Tyson.
Hey, listen, my
too.
Frangie.
Yeah, my French.
All right, I guess. And then I guess I'll ask you guys too, since I brought it up. Since we're talking about the management questions, is what as far as Arsenal goes? I know this season we haven't had the prettiest football, but we've had pretty football under Arteta for multiple seasons, and it has gotten us nothing, right? Even the FA Cup that he won, we were kind of playing on the counter with Aubameyang speed, Saka. It wasn't like something to be proud of, but it was effective. But then it came to pretty football when, Odegaard was hitting form, Saka was coming alive. And again, empty pockets. But now the football isn't so pretty, but it's effective. Late winner today against Sporting.
I know.
In the first leg.
And then in the
it just they said
time.
it's not the most wonderful thing, but it's effective. It's like a transaction. Here's a goal, we got the win, move on.
At this point for you just want to win something and you don't care how you win. And then I understand, but as a fan, is that how you want to win, or you at this point you just don't care? Because I know Henry was talking about is like, yes, it's not, or he mentioned he might have commented on that. He's like, I don't care. At the end of the day, we win, and and then maybe after you win, you can try to do beautiful football, but at this point,
I kind of want to ask you is how Randy was saying, you win, right? Let's say you win the league. Excuse me.
Edit that part out.
Let's say you do win the league. What do you expect next season? If it's the same exact football you're seeing now, the same exact results, nothing's really changed, are you okay with that? Well, or is it like, hey, I want to see some progression? Or no, I'm not talking about, because even as a Tottenham, like I wouldn't want to see. Not that I wouldn't want to see, but if I was if Arteta was my manager and this is where we got to, like I wouldn't want him sacked. So when you said that earlier, it kind of threw me off, thinking that some of the Arsenal supporters are saying that. But where do you draw the line where it's like, okay, we've won, we got over the hill. Now what's the next step? Do we just keep this until the wheels? Do we play this way until the wheels fall off, or do we progress into something that is more attractive, or you don't care? Like, hey,
So I'll tell you guys my opinion, and then you guys can tell me your opinion. So I think I don't want to just win just anything, because like it did hurt to lose the final against Manchester City for the Carabao Cup. It sucks to get knocked out by Southampton in the FA Cup. I don't think it was like embarrassing. I think we had a terrible showing and they deserved to win, and that's okay. But the reality is, if we had ended up with both the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, but no league and no Champions League, it would have been like almost as ending empty-handed after the couple of years we've had finishing second. So I think the Premier League has always been the goal. So I think if we win the Premier League, I think Arteta buys himself at least another 2 years to continue to progress. And I think after we get over that hump, I think I would love to see a new kind of more attacking playing style like we used to play in the years that we lost the league. So that's how it is. If we win nothing this season, I feel like I'd be okay with either letting him go and letting him stay. Kind of like how you said with Ange,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? When you guys ended so low in 17, you said if he goes,
you don't have to bring that
I
up.
understand. And if he stay, no, I just feel like I share the sentiment. Like if he goes, if he stays, I'll back him, and that's how
you can
I
agree.
feel.
You can see both sides.
Yeah. Because the squad is there, so I think anybody could pick that up and make something out of it. I do think that I feel like now we're starting to the point where we're aging a couple players out. Ben White was so solid for us last season when Timber was out injured, and this season he seems like his injuries are catching up to him, and he had a terrible showing at Southampton. Played again today. He got beat a lot at Sporting. So he's not the player that he used to be. Odegaard, I know we spoke about it a lot. He's the captain, but I mean, I think we need a little bit more. I look at, for example, what Bayern Munich did today. Luis was a Colombian winger. Yeah, Luis Diaz. Yeah, what he did, like I think we need to still upgrade the team if we want to try and challenge for the Champions League. So I think that would be the next step, and I would trust Arteta to do that. Get me like a Luis Diaz or a Kvaratskhelia or Michael Olise. Get a player like that that's like exciting, gets the fans excited for the next season. Feels like an upgrade. Someone who can kick someone out of the starting 11. Like that would be an upgrade to me. And I trust Arteta to do it. But like I said, a lot of people, the performance today wasn't great. And I know that everyone's coming back from international break. There's a little bit of a slump, had a couple injuries, Saka, Eze, Timber, a lot of starters there that were missing. So the performance today was worrying. The important thing was that we got a win and now we play at home. But a lot of people are saying, like, even if we get something out of this, I think Arteta should go. I don't think this is convincing enough. So how do you, since I had an opinion about you guys' management, I want you guys to give me my opinion on what you think.
I think you should
whether
sell
we
the
win the
whole team.
league, whether we don't, because it's still
Just
up in
sell the
the
whole
air,
team.
To
the
you?
team, sell the franchise, sell everything. No, honestly, I think I have a different opinion than I know Randy is like calling for his head, but
What?
maybe it's because of the
Get out of my
position
mind.
which I've been in, with Tottenham and not having that continuity. But sometimes you can feel like you plateau, right? Where you plateau and you feel like okay, like we're getting somewhere, but we're not getting there yet, fully there. We're not crossing the line, and it gets to a point where those being excited about being in semifinals and being excited about being top 3 slowly starts going away, and you're like, okay, well, what do we need to do to get to the next step? And I don't think it's time yet. Even if you don't win anything yet, I still think another year would be good. And depending on what you see in that year, you can kind of go off of that. Like, okay, like either he's being figured out, or like you said, it could be the squad is aging. But then how much do you invest? It kind of sucks when you see these windows of these players, their prime years being wasted on
Yeah.
when the organization or the club is being rebuilt, and you're like, man, we need him at the end
That's
of
what
these
I'm
rebuild,
scared
not
of.
in the middle. Yeah.
That's what I'm scared
So
of. We
it's-
have like Saliba, Rice. Like, what if we get nothing out of this? Like,
And
you know?
Gabriel is getting up there in age, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I always thought he's a better defender, and maybe it's because of his age and his
he
experience
is.
than Saliba. So there's going to be a switching of the guard where he's going to take the spot, and then who comes in? I don't think Mascara is really the type to
Yeah.
keep that defense at the same level.
Maybe we'll
So
get
it's
Van de
like-
Ven or someone like that.
Nah, he's injury for you. Don't want him.
Okay.
You can get Romero. You want Romero? I'll send him your way.
Yeah, he got a release clause, so why not?
He likes red cards. So it's such a tough decision because you're like, man, would coaching be that last puzzle piece that pushes us past that line? And I say no, because I've seen what coaching changes can do and it can't do, So I
Hold
think
on.
just say
Say it again.
Oh,
I think Arteta's the worst coach on the planet.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised people are calling for him, but I hate to defend him. But I mean, look at what you've done. It's taken a while, but that's what it's a slow process. But guess what? Now you're there.
Yeah.
It's just deciding whether or not you miss his windows, like you said, these aging players. Because if it's a small window, the moment you passes, now you got to rebuild. Not rebuild, but go again.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
players, Saka. But how old is Saka now? He's
22?
23? 22?
Yeah, 23.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, 22? Oh.
Let's see.
Well,
So he's got
he signed a long-term contract. What was it, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
So
do
24.
these players
Yeah,
get
24.
Yeah.
24? Yeah, he's still got time, but how much time is it going to take to rebuild the defense? How much time is it going to take to rebuild, the midfield? We shall see.
Okay. Well, my turn.
Uh-huh.
Well, all right. I just look at it at like this. Arteta has, yes, he's been given the time, and he's done well getting up to it, and to reach second place 3 times, right? Is it, or did he? All right, he's
3 times,
reached it
3, yeah.
consistently 3 times. Second place. And if you were to lose it this year, being in first place for so long with this, with this lead that he's had, and I just would think like at that point he plateaued, because you've had 3 chances, you're close, and this was the year everyone's calling for it. He had the lead. Your guys were playing well defensively. Raya was doing well, clean sheets and everything. Everybody's scoring on your team. You just seem to get the best out of it, even though it wasn't playing the most attractive football we've seen. But to have the lead and then, whatever, bottle it, I just think that falls on the manager for, tactics, substitutions, the game plan that he's trying to implement. And when you had the lead with what, like 10 points, 9 points, whatever it is, and to lose it like that, I just think he's maybe like plateaued and not mentally ready to. He's not mentally known. Like, oh, what do I do to keep the lead? What must be done to get over that hump to win it? And that's if he loses this. If he bottles it and Man City wins it. But then I think you'd have to call for his head, because you're being so close 3 times, being second, and then to be leading it all this time, and then to have a collapse, and then everyone's showing, oh, Arteta has the worst April stats. His win percentage in April is horrible, and then everyone starts nitpicking everything.
You're making
All
him
the
nervous.
games. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like that's out of the point. Yeah, he's had how long
panic
has he
attack.
been there? He's been
I
there
get
for
that,
so
yeah.
long, and like I said, he's getting, and at the end, second place. Like, all right, this year, seeing that is like, this is our year to get it, and now this is the year where it seems like everything is clicking, and if he fails, I just think it's it falls
He's
on
not
him.
the guy to
You
get us
can-
over the line.
Yeah, he just doesn't know what to do at that point. At that point, thank you for your service, whatever. You would get a coach, like if Luis Enrique didn't sign, if he doesn't sign, he'd be someone great, or
Yeah.
or maybe
Inch.
Uh,
Or Xavi Alonso.
Oh,
Was he gonna get
Frank.
Xavi Alonso?
Maybe Nagelsmann from the German team. He would probably come in young, and maybe he can get you over the hump in a way.
Yeah.
But that's just
Or
my
Xavi Alonso. I'll say it
personal
again. You're
take
not-
on it. Nah,
He doesn't want to accept it.
No, he don't want that. He's not going there. He's
I did
smart
have a
enough. He's
question.
not going to do that.
Yeah.
If let's say you guys do win the league,
Yeah.
do you think I think I asked you this before, do you see a lot of players leaving? Do you feel like they're gonna think that like that burden's off of them and they're like, okay, we did it, and then
No.
players walk, or do you
I
think
don't
they're gonna
think-
be hungry
I
for
think they would
some-
want to
some
stay and
more?
defend it and try
Yeah.
to repeat and make something
Yeah.
a history. I mean, I think
I
like
think-
Odegaard might leave.
I think we'll see players
certain
leave, but
players.
I don't think they'll leave because they're like, oh, now I want a new challenge, sort of leaving. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're definitely going to upgrade on that left wing. I think Trossard and Martinelli will leave. I think we could cash in on Martinelli, or Trossard we probably won't get
Yeah.
as much. But like I said, it would be either or would be a good trade off because Martinelli would get more money for. I think Trossard he's kind of like at the end of dwindling down towards the end of his career, so
Yeah.
wouldn't get as much money, but it would be a good time to let him go. Saka, Madueke, I think are good there. I could see, like you guys said, either Odegaard. Now that we have Eze, like maybe switching that up a little bit.
Who?
So yeah, some players leave, but I don't think anyone would leave looking for like a new challenge type of thing.
But
At
do you
that
think
point,
the new
if
guys
you
will come
win
in
if you,
as hungry?
no, you would want to go to the Champions League. That's the next goal.
Yeah,
We won the Prem.
that would
Let's
be the
do
next
Champions
spot.
League.
If we win the league, I
That
think
would
we
be,
could.
yeah. I feel that's why people wouldn't say they would want to build a dynasty. They would want to be remembered, for winning the Champions League. I mean, the Prem and the Champions League. I think
It was
more
always
staying
like,
power.
it was always like, we've came second so many times. These guys are hungry. They want it, and then they leave, and now you get some more players in who haven't experienced all that.
Well, we could buy. It's not
Can't
like
buy
these
hunger.
players are just like never won anything. I mean, Reyes
No,
won
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Euros. Saliba's won the World Cup. Like we have players that have done it on different levels. With as they won the FA Cup. Like, so it's not like they don't have any personal merits. So I think we could buy players. Like I said, if you get like a Kvaratskhelia, like he won PSG. Like if you get Michael Olise, like someone like exciting, someone that's done it before, like that would upgrade the team. I know
You think
this is like
Olise would
wishful
leave?
thinking. No, I don't
No,
think so.
he
But
wouldn't
just
leave.
tossing out,
No.
tossing out ideas like
The quality
got
of
room
players
to
that
talk
you
about.
would want.
yeah, like Vert. I know Vert's didn't have the best season in Liverpool, but like a Vert's to Liverpool sort of deal. He did it there, and now it was supposed to be an upgrade to Liverpool. Isak, he won the Carabao Cup with Newcastle. Then that sort of upgrade is what I would be looking for if we were to win the league. To say like, all right, now we want the Champions League now, and this is the team to upgrade that could probably get us over the line. But like I said, I do think it'll depend on the league. It's still not a lot of games, but there's still a lot of games left. So I'm not
you
getting
guys,
ahead of myself.
Man City is a game behind, right? They have
Yeah,
Yeah, they
have a
had
game in
to
hand, yeah.
reschedule a game.
and they're 9 points behind. So if they win their game,
it'll be 6.
technically you're 6 points. So it's
And
a
we have to
tighter
play
race
each other.
then.
And we have to play each other still.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we'll be there for FanFest. What time are you
Oh,
going?
that's right. I'll be from home. Be watching from home.
I'm gonna
Wow.
make sure you watch the TV. Make sure you
Yeah.
watch the TV.
watch
We'll
for
be
it.
on there.
I got a
Yeah.
face for podcasts. I don't want to scare anybody. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see where we end up. But before we get to the end of the season, we still got match day 32.
Oh, wow.
Tackle.
An hour in.
Yeah.
Quick fire.
Yeah, quick fire. So let's go from the top to the bottom. I'll skip ours, so save those to the end. So we got on Friday. This one starts Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. West Ham at
We're
home
watching this game.
against Wolves. Is this our highlight game?
I think so. It's
Relegation battle?
must-watch TV. If you're a
'Cause if
Spurs
West
fan,
Ham
it's
win,
must-watch TV.
We're going to be.
There's
If
pressure.
West Ham wins,
Pressure.
we will drop.
Exactly.
temporarily.
Must-watch. No.
Oh boy.
This game makes me nervous. And
Ah.
why does it have to be on a Friday? Like, it should have been on a Sunday. right? So that we play at the same time, so it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah, I used to hate when that happened. Like, we've been chasing with like Titlewood City, and when they like play early, and we play like the last game on Sunday. It's
Yeah.
like so much pressure. I hate it. But all right, so we'll hold it. We'll hold it. All right. So we have on Saturday, April 11, 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain, Brentford hosting Everton. Gonna go Everton.
Brentford, they're at home. Yeah, I'd say Brentford. Brentford play well at home.
Yeah.
All right.
Everton. Everton.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Burnley against Brighton.
Brighton.
All right, we have this, and then we went to Sunday. Crystal Palace hosting Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle. All right, then we have Nottingham Forest against Villa.
Ooh. You know what? Villa's been going on a slope. Forest. Oh, and what happens, Alan, if Forest wins? They're above you temporarily? You drop temporarily?
No, they're already above us.
Oh, they are? Oh, they extend the lead.
All right. And we have Chelsea at home hosting Manchester City. Should be a good one.
City.
They
need it. City.
No love. I'm going to go Chelsea. They have no pressure.
Shit.
And Enzo might not be playing. You guys heard?
Oh, yeah.
He wants to leave.
They got mad at him. He's not playing. He's banned for 2 games, right? Or did they overturn that?
No, well, he's not banned. Like, Rossinier said he's not going to be called up to play. So it was his decision because, they asked him, oh, where would you like to leave? He's like, oh, Madrid. Yeah, I love Modric and Toni Kroos are like the best midfielders ever. I would love Madrid. Yeah, I love the city. And his agent is saying like, oh, well, they just asked him what city he would like to live in. He didn't say he wanted to leave for Madrid. I'm like, he was kissing butt at every Real Madrid player on the planet. Like, come on.
He's like, I would love to live in Madrid. And I can walk by the stadium. Who knows? Maybe I'll run into the players. Okay, dude. We can read between the lines.
Right. All right. Manchester United. This is a Monday. Manchester United against Leeds. This is also a pretty good game. This is like the Classico kind of game.
Yeah. Manchester United.
Draw.
That way we can grab onto Leeds if we need to and drag them down below us.
That's if you win.
Yeah. Because if we win and they win, we go above them.
We'll see. Yeah, I'll go United.
Yeah.
All right, should we do our games?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's start with the highlight game of the week. This is on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Mountain, noon Pacific. West Ham at home hosting Wolves, relegation battle. I know Wolves are kind of down there already, but they could say we're taking you down with us.
Yeah. Wolves have more wins than West Ham in their last 5.
Wow.
So Wolves 1, West Ham 0.
Oh,
not that we need a favor, but
wishful thinking.
Hey, last season we're about the Wolves, right? Come on, guys.
Jinx it.
That was last season.
Jinx it.
Wolves.
All right. I'm going to go West Ham 2, Wolves 1.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you're not going to like mine because I also got West Ham winning.
Yeah. Listen.
I was going to do the same. West Ham 2, Wolves 0. They're going to shut them out.
Oh, clean sheet.
I don't want to have the same score as Pat. Yeah, 2-0 for West Ham.
Wolves beat Liverpool and Aston Villa and tied Arsenal in their last 5.
Yeah, but there's a international break.
Yeah, they forgot how to do it.
Yeah, they forgot how to win.
So that can go for both teams.
All right, so early on Saturday, 7:30 a.m., 5:30 a.m. Alan, I know you're going to be watching this one. Arsenal at home hosting Bournemouth.
Let's go Cherries.
Wow.
Cherry on
Cherries.
top.
I'm going to go Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 0. It's going to be a tight one.
Wow.
My God, these 1-0s. Jesus.
Yeah. He's
Safe to secure, clean sheet, yeah. All right. Then we'll move on to Liverpool. This one's on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 Mountain Time. Liverpool at home hosting Fulham.
Draw.
You will be
That's
at
what
your
my
head.
head-
That's what my head is saying. Like 2-2, but we need a win. Like I said, I don't want to get 5th place. I want to get 4th. So I'm going to go 2-1.
Okay.
Liverpool, of course.
All right. Another relegation team trying to fight their way out. Why are you biting your nails?
We're not a relegation team.
Because
We're
it's-
above.
because
Wait,
it's
we're out of the-
Sunderland,
we have not been.
Sunderland, who have an
relegation
amazing
zone.
record at
Okay.
home against.
Oh, that's right, because West Ham
Spurs.
play on Friday. Sorry, I forgot.
Solid. You remember, you only can get one prediction. No takebacks, all right?
So Sunderland is at home, and they'll be hosting Tottenham, which bodes well for Tottenham. That's their away
'Cause they
record is
play
much
well
better than their
away,
home
yes.
record.
But
Let me
Sunderland
look
has
here.
an
I'm
amazing
looking
home
at
record.
Sunderland's last 5, and
Compared to
they've
your last
lost
5?
2. They lost 2, they won 2, and they drew 1. Do you want to guess the 2 losses? Were they home or away?
Home.
They're home.
They were home.
Liverpool was 1.
Who's the
No,
other one?
Sunderland lost to Fulham, and they Brighton at home,
Oh,
and they
okay.
beat Leeds away and Newcastle away.
Okay.
So the City of Lights
Is he gonna shine
ain't
too
all
bright
that
for Spurs?
anymore. New manager bounce. We're coming out swinging.
3rd time's a charm.
We're not going down, baby, because we're gonna beat Sunderland 2-1 away. Getting it done.
Let's
We're
just hold
going
off because
7 on the
Alan's gonna
bounce.
have another. He's gonna make.
7
He's
on
gonna
the
change his
bounce.
mind.
Taking 21
is that-
points away from the last 7 games left.
Really? Ooh. Want to clip that?
A lot of points.
Yeah.
That would like double your points. I don't know.
Close.
I feel like West Ham, Forest, and Tottenham will win, and everything's gonna stay the same, and you're just gonna prolong your suffering.
I can't. I hope this stays like this for the last day of the last game
Wait,
when they all play at once.
Oh yeah,
and then
championship
you
day?
finally decide. Yes.
Does
and then
Leeds
you
win?
decide. I said I picked them to draw.
Yeah. No,
You
I said
guys
you
chime
lose.
in.
Leeds
You
wins. So if Leeds doesn't win, hey, we're above them.
All right.
How's that? The Brazilian
Is
dance?
Yeah.
A lot of what ifs.
Hey,
All right. Well,
2-1 to the mighty rebranded Tottenham
with the same players that have been sticking it
Hotspur.
up with 3 different managers.
Listen, we're not playing that 3 in the back nonsense anymore. We're probably playing 4 in the
Watch
back.
that be the
Why is it-
formation for
6 in
this
the
game.
back.
No, we're attacking.
2-2 goalkeepers.
RDZ.
Oh.
We'll see.
All right. Well, there you have it. Those
The
are the
Zerbi
games.
Saber. Oh, well, that didn't
Saber?
come out right. All right, and that is an episode of Rivals on the Pitch. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you tune in next week when we go over these wonderful results. Yeah, putting it out there. These wonderful results. We'll go over De Zerbi's first match as the manager of Tottenham with his victory. I should say his victory game next week, right?
Wow.
Clip
If
it.
not, I'm not showing up. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Rivals on the Pitch. And yeah, let's make these last 6 games count before we hit the off season. Make sure you recommend us to anybody out there that listens to the Premier League, and yeah, give us a shout out. I'm Alan.
Come on, Black Cats. I'm Randy.
And I'm Pat.
Come on,
Peace.
you Spurs.
Meow.
Oh, and wait, we got one more episode in us, right? Before FanFest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me and Randy will be in FanFest, so if anybody's out there listening that is there, let us know.
Look out for the stickers. You'll know it's
Yes.
us.
All right.
Boy.
See ya.